Cutting Dice new collection live with Emilia Sieradzan. Hi, Emilia. How are you again?
Hello. Hi again.
Hi again. Yesterday we launched Timeless, the new beautiful collection by Emilia Sieradzan. A dreamy collection that is available on the best shop all around the world. But today we are presenting the new line of cutting dice. And it's not over because also we have a shaping mat, a flower shaping kit. So today, Emilia, we will show us how to create flower and how to use these incredible cutting dies. Yesterday we played with Timeless, this beautiful collection that really takes a lot of compliment. Also yesterday in the live with Donatella, the girls were crazy with the collection. Actually, they like it a lot.
Thank you
So,
so
Emilia,
much. Thank you so
finally,
much.
first of all, thank you so much for being here and introduce into Stamperia your touch, these cutting dies and the flower. Yesterday, during the live with Donatella, in this was a different live. We talk about how collection born, the starting point, all the steps that we made to make a collection. It was very interesting chit chat yesterday with the Italian girls. And what came out was that I say that Emilia, from the first moment, she wants flower in Stamperia. And we have in her collection lots of flower, but today we have this beautiful kit. Please, Emilia, show me the kit. Show me the kit because it's super beautiful. So we have what
So
we want.
we've got a part of the dice, which I show you in a second. We've got a stamens. These are like little pieces you can put inside in the middle of your flower. Maybe I will
Mhm.
come closer with the flower. So these little pieces in the middle, these are the stamens. Then we've got the tools to shape the flowers. There are different sizes, ball tools, and you can also use the long part, and I will show it today how you can shape the flowers with that. We've got the mat for
Ah,
shaping the flowers. I've got one unpacked, so I will show you quickly. It's like that. It's quite fat.
mm.
I
Very
really like it. It's not super soft, which for me it's very nice because I wanted something harder, not like when you push it just goes straight in. And it has this really nice surface. It's very easy to wipe. And also I use the heat tool for making flowers, and this is heat proof basically, so you can use it with something hot and it's fine. As long, I mean, I tested that and for me it worked great. So then we've got three sets of different flower dies. So we've got
Mhm.
this one. I mean, when we were thinking about the names, for me it was very difficult because I usually use each
Mm.
shape to create many different flowers with it. So I couldn't say this is a rose or this is
Yes.
a something, because for me
Uh-huh.
it's a flower, it's a shape that I can work with. So these
Mm.
are called flowers. We've got flowers and leaves, and I will show you the die cuts. Maybe I will show you the back as well. So these are the sample flowers I made with that set. Then we've got hydrangea, which this could be a specific flower, but it doesn't need to be because you can create different flowers with it as well. And we've got the petals on the top, and we've got few leaves. So
Mm.
sample at the back, but obviously you can use it, in different ways. And then we've got, this is called blooming flowers. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
So this has again many different sizes of the petals and leaves. And the sample flowers are on the back. But this is just the beginning, because with these sets you actually will be able to create many different flowers, smaller, larger, various colors using various materials. And I think this is just amazing because obviously if someone don't want to use flowers on their project, that's fine. But flowers for me are essential. That's
Mhm.
why I was pressing so much for the flowers.
And you did it. Entonces, bienvenidos a todas y a todos. Hoy estamos con Emilia Sieradzan y vamos a utilizar el nuevo producto de Stamperia, Cutting Dies, y hacer flores porque tenemos un kit para crear flores. In the next day, we will post reels so you can get inspiration so how to do the flower. Let me say hello to Laura, Nives Mari, Laura, Marianna, Mondo Fai da Te, ciao Filomena, Danka, hi hi, Charmed, Cars Craft, hi hi. Please remember, if you have a shop, you're online, type in the comment the link for the customer so they can buy now the collection. Okay, so yesterday we dive into the beautiful collection of Emilia. Please, if you missed the live yesterday, please check it out. You can find in the YouTube, Facebook, and also in our website www.stamperia.com. And there you can also find a chat so you can ask everything to us and we will answer you. Okay, hello the Netherlands, Puerto Rico. Ay, mira, todo el mundo. The world is here. Hello, Stamperia family. I'll be able for that's craft. Here you find the cutting dies collection, also Mondo Fai da Te. Here also another link. So I'm very happy. So now let's start to work. What do you think, Emilia? It's time to
I
work?
think that maybe we will show the other cutting dice.
Ah, yes, because on sugar. Because, sorry, it was so flower that you mesmerized me with all these flowers. Okay. Please, go on.
So
Show
I
us.
know I showed quite a lot yesterday with the projects, but I thought, today maybe just for people who just seen it first time. So
Yes.
there are, there will be like various shapes and designs. This has like a star bunting and the moon and the stars, and I use this set. I will show as well on the project so you can see how it looks. And on that card I also used another set, this beautiful circle with the stars, so that's in the background. I also used flowers and the leaves. So as you can see on this one card, I used 3 sets of dice. So we've got that. We've got a pretty envelope, and the envelope has a little card and some small leaves and other embellishments. Let me just show you. It looks so cute when it's done. It's like that. I didn't glue it, but this is the card that you can put, and obviously you can glue that. So little envelope. This can be used in the albums, in the journals, many projects. Now we've got a set which has like a wreath and the leaves. I did, oh sorry, maybe just go here. I did wanted to have a lot of leaves because I think leaves can be added anywhere on the project and they're always very interesting. What
Mm-mm.
else? We've got the film strips with the leaves again. I will show you some sample. I use that, where is it? Oh, I use that on the album. So we've got these film strips and the leaves here, and as well, again, I use the flowers. What else? We've got butterflies. So
Oh.
some are individual, and some are on this like swirl, connected to the swirl. We've got also a frame,
Mm-hmm.
and the leaves and the little like a tap, which can be used for a sentiment. I think that will be it. Let me just, yeah, I think that's it. So at least you've seen them all.
Yeah, finally. Very nice. And also, I think that the cutting dice is something that you buy one and you can use for the whole life, like molds, stencil,
Yes.
that is very worth the price and to have. Now, let's start. I play a video and you have the time to change the camera. Okay?
Okay. See you soon.
Okay, see you soon.
Discover a world of creativity with brand new cutting dies from Stamperia. Flowers, frames, film strips, these dies let you add dimensional details to every project.
Hello, it's Emilia Sieradzan, and I'm so happy to present to you the new products I designed for Stamperia. And this is totally new product in Stamperia, cutting dies.
Add a nostalgic touch with vintage style frames, film strips, or create beautiful interactive pieces using envelope die. You will also find playful shapes like stars, hearts, butterflies,
And flower making kit.
The kit includes everything you need: a soft shaping mat, versatile ball tools in various sizes, stamens, and beautifully detailed flower cutting dies. Create layered blooms that look professionally made, perfect for cards, scrapbook layouts, albums, mixed media, and home decor. Now available from Stamperia.
Very nice. So I see that Emilia is setting the stage. In this collection also, we have this new incredible glue that is soft and matte, glue and varnish. It means that it can be a glue, but also a perfect varnish to protect your artworks, and it's totally soft to touch and totally completely matte. Now, let me see, Emilia. Yes, hi, Emilia.
Okay. Is it okay?
Uh, yes, it's happened like before. You have the hands up.
Okay, let me just quickly.
Okay, don't worry, don't worry. Take your time, take your time. And also we have wax and seals. So we add new colors, and plus we have new seals with following the Stamperia collection. Yes, Emilia, you are right now. You're very right now. I see you. Okay, let me see. Perfect. Very good, very good.
Okay.
Okay.
This
Yes.
image is a bit wonky. Let me just quickly.
Don't worry, don't worry. It's
No,
okay.
I need it to be straight.
It's
Okay.
alive. Okay, let's start. Let's start.
So maybe I will show you some of the projects with the flowers. So we've got one here, then we've got leaves, and I like to create them in different shapes. So I can use one usually larger and then smaller pieces. And when I make them, I usually make quite a lot because I just put them in the drawers and I can use them next time. And what is amazing about the flowers and the flower cutting dies, that the flowers you can make in any color you want to match your project, you know, and so that's a huge advantage because if you don't have any blue flowers, you can just create them. I've got some, maybe before I will make the flowers, shall I just show people how to use cutting dies? I don't know if everyone knows. Maybe just quickly
Yes.
one, yeah, just one element. So basically, cutting die is a metal element, and this will give you the shape cut from the paper or whatever you will use, but mostly probably the papers. My
Mm.
machine is really old and very used,
Rita
but
Maria
I
Castillo, good morning, house from Guatemala. So lucky to got the chance to see Emilia to do her magic with flower making. Yes, bienvenida.
hello. So basically, you will just each machine maybe is slightly different, but usually they have like a sandwich layers that you need for the for the cutting. And then you take a piece of paper, you place your die on the top. I mean, I like to do it this way because you can place your die and the paper on the top, but I like to do it that way. This is just
Mhm.
personal preference. And then another sandwich on top, and you need to go through your with the oh sorry with the plates. And what I like to do, I like to go back. And this is because actually my plates are quite used, as you can see, very dirty. And sometimes they may not cut through, but this is, it's normal. So then we've got this, and the cutting die has these holes. So
Yeah.
when the paper stays in the cutting die, you basically push that.
Take it out, took it out. Yes.
Yeah, you
I have a
take this.
question. I have a question for our stampers. Do you
Yeah,
have this machine? So please type in the comment. I'm very curious to know if you already have this cutting machine. Any brand, doesn't matter the brand, but just to know if you have this machine.
the cutting machine, the die
The
cutting.
cutting
Yeah.
machine. Yeah.
So
I'm
yeah,
eager because.
this
Mhm.
this shape. Okay, let me just take it out.
Yeah.
So then we take this out, and depend on the paper, sometimes this will fall out, and sometimes like the paper is like, I don't
Mhm.
know why exactly, but sometimes you just need to push it out. So then you've got your shape, and obviously you can layer the shapes and create compositions. So that's the basic for the die cutting. I did die cut some flowers. These are from the timeless collection, from the paper collection. So I thought I will show that, because when you create with the collection, you can take one of the papers, use your flower cutting dies and create the shapes, and then I will show you how to make the
Mhm.
flower. So I used this set, the smaller and the larger petals, and
Mhm.
this is super easy. I like easy flowers because I like when I
Can I
can
make a
make them
question,
pretty.
Emilia? Just because I am totally new to cutting
Mhm.
machine, I never, never, ever use one. So my question is, what type of paper or material we can cut with the machine and your cutting dies?
So cutting dies are dedicated to paper, but of course we crafters, like to explore things. So with these dies you can cut the paper, of course. I did cut foam and the fabric. Fabric we need to be stiffened before cutting, so then it more behaves like a paper, if I can explain it that way. And I do have tutorials on my YouTube, and I will have many more. I recorded tutorials for
Okay.
the
Mhm.
for all the flowers I created. There are tutorials, and they will be on my channel. But today I don't want to go to anything too difficult, because it may put people off when they starting. So these super cute, and they look really pretty. I use them, look, on the album as well, and they are super easy. Then no one will have a issue creating these flowers. Okay, is that all right?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
clear and right. Yes.
Okay, so you can, if you're cutting out from the pattern paper, you can use it as it is, or you can add a bit of color. And I do like to add it usually in the center of each flower. And for the coloring, you can use inks, you can use watercolor paints, you can use acrylic paints, whatever you feel. And you can obviously change the color of the whole flower, but I like to just add color in the middle. And so what I would do, I would just in circle motions add a bit of ink on the one. And sometimes, oops, sometimes I would also go on the edges just to make it darker. And if this would be a blue flower, maybe I could add a blue ink, because this is like a cream. I think the brown is perfect, and I'm using the coffee ink.
Mhm.
This is my absolute favorite. I just love this ink.
Jenny say, I have three dice cutting machines, small, medium, and large.
Ah,
And a scan and cut. Wow, you're pro. You're very pro.
okay, I will ink the little ones as well. So a part of the adding ink, like for the color, you can also add a texture with the stamp. Maybe not the texture, the pattern. So we, with the timeless stamps, this is the flower kit. We've got these little, like you would say, circles, lots of dots, and these
Mm.
are perfect for stamping on the flowers. And I got one here, so I want to use that as well, just to show you how it looks. Let me just show you on the flower. Look, this has these little
Yeah.
dots, and it's
Wow.
something, like this lovely touch you add to your creations.
Catherine Burke say, yes, Emilia, watch your video as well. So glad you have made these dies with Stamperia. I will ordering them all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Maybe I can bring that to the camera to show you. Yeah, can you
Mm.
see?
Yeah.
This is super, super cute. So you can use that. I sometimes use script, and I will show you on the leaf because it looks really nice as well. So I used the same ink and I used the stamp on the leaf. So, back to the flowers. Okay, we've got the color, we've got the stamping. So now shaping. For this
Yeah.
super, super easy shaping. So I
Yeah.
would
Yes, Deborah, we hemos traído los troqueles. Tenemos troqueles. Emilia creó una colección entera de troqueles. Yes. So,
so I would take any of these tools because I will be using actually the middle of it, so it doesn't matter what size of the ball because I'm using that part, the part when we usually hold. And I would just go with the like edge of the petal and just with pressing my finger I would just curl it slightly.
yeah, nice. Vale, it's very easy. Ok.
Yeah,
Filomena la
and
grammatura, stiamo usando le carte Stamperia. Sorry, I'm answering
it's
to
fine.
Italian. Yes, yeah, we are using, stiamo usando le carte Stamperia, quindi 300 grammi. Ok. Mhm.
And then I like to do opposite petal opposite side. So if I did it here, then I will just turn it and do it on the other side like that.
Mm.
And
Cool.
believe me, that's it. That's it. Then you just press in the middle and you've got one ready. So can it be any easier? So
Yeah.
for the flower, I would use 2 layers. So I've got 1 layer, then I will repeat that.
Mm.
And then on the other side, and that's it. Press in
Mm.
the middle. And now I will take 1 stamen.
Here we have the collection in the UK. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hola Sara, ¿qué tal? Sara Alcobendas, ¿qué tal, nena?
Hello, hello, hello.
Nos
So
vemos pronto.
the stamens are double-sided, and for the little flower like I'm creating today, I only need 1. So I will cut that in half. So I will have one on one flower and the other for the other flower, and they are white, but we can, the same as the flowers, ink them to change the color. So I will use the brown ink. This is probably will not be visible in the camera because it's so small, but I will just ink the top of the stamen and now it's brown. Okay? And then I will glue 2 layers together and I will put the stamen through.
Gracias, Sara.
I made a huge hole in my glue, so I need to be very careful because we only need a little touch of a glue. Okay, just in the middle. And then I like to put the petals so they are not overlapping, like that.
Yeah, easy.
But
Okay.
I still need to be able to see the hole so I can put the stamen through. So you can do it like that for
Mhm.
a second. We wait for the glue to catch, and then
Okay.
we just put the stamen through that hole. So that's the bottom, and this is the top. And I like to just from the bottom, I just pull the stamen, down, so it goes to the center, and then this is done. And you can
Very,
see
very easy.
yeah, it is easy. So again, you can repeat that for the smaller. I will show the smaller as well. I didn't add stamping on the smaller one, but
Hmm.
the same process. So I would just curl each
Yeah.
petal, press in the middle, just a little bit so the petals go up.
Samantha says sometimes I spray some water to on my card to loosen the fibers. Nice, nice tips. Thank you. Mhm.
And I want to change this color of the stamen. Oh, actually, I will do it differently this time. So I will put the stamen through first, through one layer, gently, because this hole in the middle is quite small. And then I can add glue between the layers. So you can do it that way as well. Oh, something.
Nice.
Oh, too much glue. If it's too
Hi
much
from
glue.
Montreal. Hi, good morning.
And then you just need to wait few seconds, of course, for glue to dry.
Yes, it's very simple and beautiful.
It is super. I glued my fingers. It is super easy, but even if you are not super happy with your flowers, because sometimes when I create the flowers, I think, oh, it doesn't look good. So some flowers maybe do not look super pretty on their own, but when you create the composition, they
Uh-huh.
starting to bloom. I like to call it, because
Uh-huh.
when you add leaves, that's another thing. So where are the quite small leaves? Let me just, oh, I did have,
Eh,
no, I will take, let
no,
me
lo devi,
just like this.
scusa, I answer to Filomena. No, lo devi fare tu con lo strumento. Mhm. Ok. Keep on
So
doing.
I just want to show you how they look when we've got the leaf also. And I like to crunch my leaves so they're not so straight. And look, when we put the flower on top, it's starting to look like a composition. Then we can add different leaves on the other side. And that's why I wanted so many leaves in the uh, collection of the cutting dies,
Uh-huh.
because I wanted to be able to create various compositions.
Yes, yes.
Some have big leaves, somehow have
Mhm.
small leaves. So you
Yes.
see, and when you will attach that to the project, like you've got
This
here,
way. Yeah.
yeah, then it just looks so pretty. So shall
Well,
I show?
actually, when you create, maybe you can spend some times creating or some flowers and leaf and embellishment, and then keep it away and use it when you are going to crafting. It's always good to have flowers.
Yes, I'm just wondering if I should. I've got um I've got more die cuts. This already has a stamping on them. So this
Hmm.
is the different kind, but I will just show you quickly again, because I will use the same like technique. What I like to do when I create flowers, I like to find a way, and then I try to use it for every flowers I make to make it easy. But these are the paper again, timeless collection, and you can see it's a different shape, but the
Yeah.
same technique of shaping, and the flower is totally different. But again, super easy to make. So I will
Yes.
show how to make this one
Yes,
as well.
please. Yes, please.
So I have my my rule. I usually use 2 layers for each flower, sometimes 3. And very often I also use only one because, why we need two, like the one look okay. And it's quicker to make one. So I've got two and I added brown in the middle, just run the center and the stamping again. And for that I would also do the same, but here I will
Mhm.
just press each petal in the middle, like round
Different,
that.
different. Yeah.
Yeah, like round that shape, just to go.
Yes, Gloria, is flower making new in Stamperia? Yes, um, we have cutting dies, several different designs, and plus we have these what we are now on the screen. This is a flower shaping kit. It contains stamen, it contains this shape pad, and some items to create flowers very easily.
Okay, and for this I like to then take the ball, which is maybe like similar size to the like flower center, and I do like to press this one because then it will bring all the petals up. You see? And now we can glue it together. For that flower, I would probably use 3 stamens, 3 double-sided. Yes, so I will just fold them in half and we will have like 6 little pieces. We can ink them or not. Maybe I will just quickly do just so I inked maybe some of them and some are not. Okay, we'll go with that through the first layer. Oh, this might be tricky. Sometimes to
Okay.
help myself, I will show you what I use, but yeah, you just need to press them together and you will go through the hole.
We have a question from Araceli Escobar. Is a specific paper to use for creating the flowers?
This is the timeless collection. This is the
I'm
scrapbooking paper.
okay.
Yeah, very often when I create with the collection, I like to use the paper from the collection, and any papers would work, but you can use a white card and then ink your flowers. Sometimes I do use watercolor paper, and I buy like I don't have like a specific brand, but I do buy a watercolor paper which is quite cheap here, and yeah, I like to create flowers with that as well because then you can use water and shape them. I can actually maybe show that today as well if we have time, I don't know. Anyway, going back to that, for this flower I would squash it from the bottom, kind of
Yeah,
bringing the petals up around the stamens. And if you could see, I
yeah.
added the glue on the top. I
Uh-huh.
usually do that, but I think everyone has to find their own way. Maybe they wouldn't like to add the glue
Yeah.
on the top. And then I
Come
would go
closer
with,
to the camera, Emilia, please.
huh?
Come closer. Come closer to the camera so we can see. Oh, how beautiful! It looks perfect, actually.
But this is only one layer. I will now
Yeah.
go
Yes.
through
Yes.
the
Yes.
second layer, yeah?
Yeah.
So for the
Mhm.
second layer, with the flower like that, I would like to position the petals from the second layer between the petals from the first layer, so they're not overlapping. Let me just go with that. Just need to grab that. So then I would add glue, like a small dot between the layers before positioning. Just a small dot. Okay, then I will bring the second layer up and then position it. So I need to see it. I will just move it so then the petals are not overlapping. You see, you can see the bottom petals between
Yes.
the top ones.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, so that's it actually, and we've got another flower, different shape, the same
yeah.
technique.
Mhm. So beautiful. They look beautiful again. And imagine all together, they will amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Mhm,
got maybe do I got a card? Yeah, I do have a card. I will show you here.
mhm.
Which is this has some I did the foam roses and the
Oh,
paper flower, so you can see some can be like on top of the other, and then it
mhm.
creates a really nice composition. Okay, what time is it? I was just wondering, shall I show something else?
What you can show us now? Um, because this is the technique is this one to create flower. It's
Yeah,
very easy. There's no more secrets.
so
So mhm.
something.
If you have something in mind, you can show us.
Yeah, let me just check what I've got. I've got the die
Yeah.
cuts here. Okay, yes. I will just bring some die cuts to the table. Okay, so I've got the other shape. This is called, sorry for the noise, my chair is just very old. What is this called? Um, I think this one was called flowers. Yeah, this is just called flowers. So there are two or three sizes. Let me just check. I think two sizes of the petals, and you can. I will show you how differently you can use your shaping tools. So maybe I will skip adding. No, let's just add some color, just quickly.
Yeah, let's add some color. We are using our dye ink,
Yeah,
watercolor
I will
base.
use the pink now.
Hmm.
So if I'm not sure, I like to go on the paper first just to see, how strong it is. And again, I do like to, I've got my own way of creating, so I do like to go in the middle, but I will just maybe go on some on the sides as well. So it's maybe more interesting. And when you go on the sides, it also shows the shape better, the shape of your flower. So this is I think this is the watercolor paper. Yeah, probably I did use the paper from Vicky's journal. Sorry, Vicky. I use your journal for making flowers. So I've
Ah,
got because the paper in the journals is really nice, very thick, and I like that. And when we've got a thick paper, then you can really see the the texture on the flowers. Can you see?
actually, yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So, and with the watercolor paper, you can spray your papers with the water. So this is
Uh-huh.
totally different technique
Okay.
to make them, because at the moment this paper is quite stiff, yeah. And if I
Uh-huh.
want to do it like that, it's kind of giving you harsh lines.
Mhm.
You cannot
So,
shape it like mold it really. So I would use it with the water. I like to put it on the other side because the ink is not waterproof. So if you spray from the top, the ink will just go everywhere, yeah? And I would just add two sprays, like very little, just for the paper to soak that water a little bit, and you will see in few seconds that you see it's starting to curl. And then the paper is very, very soft and it's very easy to shape. So we can take one of the tool. You can wipe the water or not necessary. It doesn't matter. And then you can start pressing. And maybe you just need to decide which size of the tool you want, and see the petal will curl and create the crease like on the top of the petal, and I do like that effect. So maybe with the, what I like to do, I like to have this middle part quite smooth and only the edges of the petals quite wrinkled.
Uh-huh.
So I would just, yeah, press near the edges and then with the bigger one in the center. And of course, so that would be one layer, but also I will show you what else you can do.
Mm-hmm.
So ink is now moving a little bit, but that's okay. You can also do it this way, that you go near the edge and then it's not so wrinkled. I do like it when it's like that, but some people may don't like it like really creased, so you just go in round motions near the edges. And you will feel that if you cannot go, that means that your paper is not really wet enough. And then it's kind of hard to go with the tool on it. Okay, do that. The one thing when you do that is that you need to wait a little bit for the petals to dry before you stick them together. Because now when you are happy with the shape and you will try to do anything, I will try to glue it just for today, but then you kind of ruining what you worked for, because this is very soft. I don't know if I can show you, but look how soft it is. So it's very easy to change the shape of the wet paper. Yeah, that's why I would wait, or I would use the heat gun to dry it. But maybe we'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Stamens. So I will take the stamens.
Gloria is asking for the code. You will find the catalog. The catalog is already available in our website www.stamperia.com. Here, let me show you here. There, this is the catalog. So here you will find. Ah, look these beautiful projects. The roses, and then here all the cutting dies. Here, all the designs, some items. This is the flower shaping kit and some extraction. So you can find all the code on our website, Gloria. Mhm.
Before I will put the stamens through, I want to show a little trick which I use. So I've got now 4 stamens, and if I will fold them in half, this part is quite thick and maybe difficult to go through with all of them through the flower. So I would just hold them together so they kind of equal, and then I like to use a piece of a little wire. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see the wire? It's very, very thin. And then what I would do, I
Yeah,
would, yes, can you see?
very, very
Yeah,
thin,
very
actually.
thin, yes. But so I would put the piece of wire and then I will fold the stamens. Maybe it will be better to see it when I do it. I will fold them now, and I've got the wire between, and now I can kind of, it's like threading the needle and the thread, you know? Like I've got, this is my needle, the stamens are my needle, and this is my thread. I don't know how to explain it. But my wire is keeping them all to, let me just go on the white paper. My wire is
Yes.
keeping all the stamens together now.
Yeah, yes, I
Yeah, so
understand.
this way I will go, because you know the wire is much thinner, so I will go through the center, putting the wire first and then pulling to, this is just much easier. Can you see? Much easier to put the
Really,
stamens through
really,
with the
this technique is
wire.
much more easy.
Okay, so now I do, this is still quite wet, but I would maybe squash this like that. Let me
Mm-hmm.
just go, yeah, here, just to give it more shape. So you could keep it as a one layer like that, and I think it looks really pretty. Or like we did with the other, put another layer and just the petals, between. So let me just go with the second one. So this is the watercolor paper, and if I add a color on some of the petals, I like to keep them. That's another my thing. I like to keep the color on one side and petals without the color on the other side. But this is not, it's personal preference. I don't want to
Yeah.
say that you have to do it this way. This is just, I'm explaining like how I work. I would put a little bit of glue between. Perfectly, we would work
Mhm.
for them to dry. Yeah, but then position your petals and you've got this pretty
Beautiful.
flower. So another very, very easy, and if you want, you can still squash it from the bottom, but this depends on if you want to have the flower which is quite flat or, quite tall, like, because obviously the higher the flowers are, the more dimension they will add to your project, but it's not always good because sometimes you want to have the project quite flat. So yeah, but this is a very, I would say, flat flower, but still
Mhm.
have a lot of dimension, in my opinion. So
Yes.
yeah, and then we can just cut the stamens off from the bottom, and we've got that. Maybe next time we could do a rose or something. Roses are
Yes.
challenging, but I think that we could do that if we do just the creating, through the life. Then I can explain every step. So I would take one leaf and just place my flower, and I'm happy.
And it's done. It's so beautiful. Made from scratch, actually. We start from zero, just with the paper, some colors, and we have these beautiful flowers done. Well, sure. Please follow Emilia social media, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook also, because she will post several reels and videos and tutorials of how to create the flower, how to use our shaping flower kits, and the the cutting dies. And also Stamperia. Very good, Emilia. Very good. Mhm. Well, just remember that Timeless collection is available in all the best shop around the world already by Emilia Sieradzan. And I I thank you so much, Emilia, for bring in Stamperia these new, totally new items, as you say in the video, and
Thank you.
follow Emilia and Stamperia to have several ideas to create with Timeless and, of course, with our cutting dice. Now, it's time to say goodbye, okay?
Can I just
And
say something before we go?
of course, please.
Yeah, because I just want to thank you very, very much for having me today, and yeah, I'm so happy with the release because all looks really beautiful, and I think it will add a lot of interest to everyone's project because I know that people have different ideas for using the same cutting dies, and it's
Yes,
always amazing, these are my ideas, but I'm waiting for your ideas because I
yes,
want to see
yes.
what you will create with these dice because it makes me happy to see that people use what I've created for them, and yeah, it's just amazing. So I'm super happy, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Emilia. Thank you to all the stampers here. Follow us on our social media and see you next live. Bye
Bye.
bye. Bye bye. See
Bye
you. See you.
bye.
Make beautiful cards and personalized gifts with new collection from Stamperia. This romantic collection is all about elegance and delicate beauty. You will find soft florals, charming vintage illustrations, and gentle pastels that create a dreamy, nostalgic atmosphere. Hello, it's Emilia Sieradzan, and I'm so excited to bring you my newest collection for Stamperia, Timeless. While Timeless includes lovely wedding motifs like couples, hearts, and tender sentiments, it's not limited to just weddings. These papers are perfect for any occasions and any creative project, from card making, scrapbook layouts to albums and personalized gifts. Each image and sentiment was created with heart to bring joy and elegance to your creative projects. You will also find beautiful details like hot air balloons, vintage cars, and soft watercolor textures to help you tell the stories, evoke emotions, and make each handmade piece truly one of a kind. And that's not all in this collection. We have brand new product for you, cutting dies. These dies let you add dimensional detail to every project. Timeless and cutting dies are now available from Stamperia. Thank you for watching and happy crafting!